Hi friends, it's Victor Costa, and welcome to the Daily Lift. I hope you're having an outstanding day, and I hope today's podcast makes it even better for you. Today we're going to talk very, very briefly about being out of sync with the universe or being out of sync with things. Have you ever said to yourself or out loud, I feel like I'm out of step with things, or I keep missing opportunities, or I feel like I'm out of sync with the universe? Well, you are. So that's it. You are out of sync. You're out of sync with the universe. You're out of sync with opportunities. You're just out of sync. And so a lot of people take that as a fatalistic viewpoint of simply not in the right place at the right time, but they think to themselves that they're never going to be in the right place at the right time, rather than really exploring that concept and that phrase, I'm out of sync with things, or I'm out of sync with the universe, or I keep missing opportunities. There's two ways to look at that. One is to think about being out of sync. And so if you had something out of sync, right, what would you do? So if your watch was out of sync, you'd take it to a repair person, or you would wind your watch, or if your microwave was flashing the wrong time, you were off by an hour because you didn't turn the clocks back or forward, you would say that that's out of sync, and all you would do is synchronize it, right? So a lot of people feel that being out of sync with the universe or being out of sync with things is a product of being unlucky, or a product of being just not born under the right star, rather than taking a look at that phrase synchronicity, and thinking about how to and what can be done to become more in alignment or more in sync with opportunities. Do you ever find that the opportunities that passed you by were because you were so busy worried about missing an opportunity that you actually missed an opportunity? It's happened to me. Have you ever been so worried about not making the rent, or being poor or feeling poor, that you missed an opportunity to make money because you were so steeped in that idea rather than focused on the idea of making money? Happens to a lot of people. Have you been so focused on the problem that you haven't had a chance to focus on the solution? And that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's this being out of sync. It doesn't have to be a sentence that's a life sentence. Being out of sync means let's sync up. And what do you have to do to sync up? Well, you have to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing from keeping you out of sync. And there's a good chance that that has to do with not feeling out of sync, right? Because when you're out of sync with things, it's because you're not feeling in sync, right? So it actually starts with the feeling. You'd be surprised if you start feeling in sync, even before you see the things happening, that things start to become in sync. The trick is, how do you get yourself there? How do you get yourself to feeling in sync when things aren't in sync? Well, that's the trick. That's the trick. If you can bring yourself to that point, you'll suddenly start to see things falling into place. So you've got to do a little work. You've got to do a little effort, right? You just can't wait for the universe to bring you sync when you're out of sync. It isn't going to work that way. It just can't. And so this is a discussion that's really optimistic, that you're in charge of this. You can turn the sync on. You can turn the synchronicity on. And it's just a matter of feeling it. But you can't get there the other way. You can't allow the other things to happen to you to get yourself turned right in sync. You can't allow a year to go by until the clock actually is the right time again. You have to sync it up yourself. You've got to do that work yourself. And I can support you and I can help you, but you got to get in there, and all you have to do is try to feel better. That's it. You've got to try to feel like things are working. And one way to do that is to focus actually on the things that are working in your life. Focus very, very deeply on those things that are going okay for you. Whether it's your health, or whether it's a friendship, or whether it's a relationship, focus intensely on that, and then you'd be surprised at how well you sync up. I promise. So I hope this brought you some hope if indeed you feel out of sync with the universe, because it does not have to be a life sentence. I promise you that. And I wish you all the best in good health. Please check out my YouTube channel, Vic's Natural. And if you would like to reach out to me, reach out at vicsnatural@hotmail.com. And I wish you all the best. Please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.